price. Right, let's get into it. So, welcome back to the Dorward Daily Dingdong. My name's Kris. This is Chef Tamagotchi.
Hey.
Hey. We've gone with the video podcast because I think it went really well last time. I didn't bring tripods and stuff though because I'm a twat and I forgot. But this is episode 6.
Whoa.
Episode 6.
Just flying by now.
So we've done 4 episodes together. We did 2 with Nick.
Yes.
Nick will be back at some point, and all 3 of us will be in the podcast.
That'd
together.
be quite cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. But
Like
we'll have to
seeing
get
someone other than your face.
Yeah, thanks. We'll have to get a better setup. But anyway, let's get straight to it. You know how this works. If you have been here before, you know how this works. If you haven't, make sure that you follow us on Spotify, and if you're watching the video podcast, which I hope you are, to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll get straight to it. So first story is from John Stone of The Independent. We've gone for...
Oh my God, what's going on?
I know.
A proper newspaper.
A proper newspaper. It's fucking... I thought, because you were whinging last time, like, I thought that we'd do that. So this is a weird and wonderful story. It's not that weird, but it is wonderful. So from John Stone, The Independent, I'm expecting this to be written perfectly because we are used to the Mirror, and then we can blame my reading ability. Words. So sausage vending machines booming in Germany. Some of the machines sell 3 or 4 varieties alongside punnets of potato salad. So this is like a big thing in...
It's like a deli.
Like a deli vending machine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure people who work in places with staff rooms have seen vending machines with like sandwiches and stuff like that in.
Chocolate bars and crisps.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you've probably never had a staff room where there's like, it's like a conveyor belt.
I've actually seen it in hospital. I've seen like sandwiches.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, so I guess the same thing.
Like sandwiches. So hungry Germans craving a sausage, in the dead of night are increasingly turning to vending machines for their bratwurst, bockwurst, and barbecue meats. I mean, I kind of like the idea, actually.
I know. As soon as you mentioned this, I thought this is right up your street.
Yeah. I want to get my sausage from a vending machine. The machines are booming outside German cities where shops are less likely to stay open for long hours, according to a survey done by the German press agency. Especially in structurally.
See, it is that he can't read.
Fuck.
It's written well.
It's written pretty well at the moment, to be fair. Especially in the structurally weak rural areas, vending machine solutions are becoming increasingly popular, says Heike Richter, an industry spokesperson. So, like, can you imagine just going down? So, like, where I live, we have local shops, and I don't think the vending machines would survive at my local shops.
I don't think anyone wants to eat shit that's been in a vending machine for God knows how long. The amount of stabilizers and like long life enhancers. No, I know. Like, what is someone coming every day and changing them? I doubt it.
Well, they're booming, so maybe they got to restock them.
And also, how many items can you fit in a vending machine? If they're booming, you'd have to have restock like 4 times a day. Surely it defeats the whole purpose.
What, of the vending machine?
Yeah, because if you've got someone just literally servicing the vending machine all day...
You might as well just stand there and sell it.
Yeah.
There is a strong development towards the vending machine, which is used to deliver meat, milk, eggs, and other products to customers outside of court opening times. So
2 o'clock in the morning,
you
get hungry, I'll go and get a breakfast.
So that's a great point, actually, and sorry, just readjusting. So that's a great point, actually, because shops aren't open 24/7, yeah? And, man, sometimes you might want a bratwurst.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. or a potato salad.
So it's basically like a hot dog salesman.
A hot dog salesman,
yeah, you know, like when like around London, you've got those like carts with hot dogs.
They're
probably rank.
Because they're fucking illegal. Have you seen the?
Are you surprised they're illegal? They look fucking gross.
Have you seen the program? I think it's called like Crime Fighters or something, and then they go out into, so they're like I don't know, they're like sheriffs or whatever. They're not police, but they're like sheriffs.
Marshals.
Like marshals who go around the West End just shutting down hot dog stalls. And you look inside these hot dog stalls and it's like a cardboard box with hot dogs in, cooked hot dogs that they're just
gross.
reheating on a fucking plancha on.
Are they reheating them? Like I bet their like core temperatures are
They look fucking disgusting. And whenever they go and bust them, they're always busy. They've always got loads of people standing around them, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing? Taking my sausages?" Just like you could probably die.
Literally.
Like, I know it's hard to get food poisoning, but fuck, man. Like, if you're gonna get it, it's gonna be from there.
Yeah, it's gross.
Some butchers' vending machines sell 3 or 4 types of sausage and punnets of accompanying potato salad, so customers can buy all they need for a traditional hearty German feast. I know what these have been made for. These have been made for stoned Germans.
That's what they've
been made for.
But I think it's a terrible idea. Like, I think it's like gross.
You don't want to, get in that market. Maybe bring the Bratwurst vending machine to the UK.
No, I'm good. You know what it reminds me of? Like, when you go to a store-bought like coleslaw.
Yeah.
And you make coleslaw at home. Store-bought coleslaw is rank.
Oh, it's horrible.
Disgusting. Every time.
Yeah, it's like it's cause they make it with it's probably not just because they make it with like yogurt. But
it's not just because of yogurt, because yogurt's okay. The problem is they're adding so many things in, much more sugar, much more salt, to preserve it.
Yeah, like store-bought coleslaw is shit. If you're buying store-bought coleslaw, then
don't do it.
Yeah, like just use a knife, man. Other stock
or a mandolin.
Or a mandolin. Wait, let's not get ahead of ourselves right now. I still want to keep my fingers. Others stock eggs, milk, butter, fruit, and vegetables. So all the kitchen essentials available at any time.
That makes more sense, to be honest.
Yeah, because like, say if you're...
I still wouldn't go 2 o'clock in the morning to buy milk.
But say if you're on like a night shift and you finish at like 4 a.m. and nothing's open and you're like, I really want an omelette.
We live in the northeast, which is nothing like London, and you can still go to 24-hour Asdas and petrol stations.
No, not at the moment, because of lockdown 2.0.
Petrol stations are still open.
All right, all right, you win. Petrol stations are still open. But yeah, I guess you can, and you can get. So
you're saying
basically
this is a great idea in
cigarettes.
Lockdown. So in the last 30 years, we've had like a few weeks of lockdown, and now are we like anticipating lockdown for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, every winter apparently. There are over 570,000 vending machines in Germany, but despite their popularity, they are expected to complement rather than replace traditional shops operating in areas where shops may not be economically viable. So, I mean, for me, it does make sense. It's weird, but it's only weird because we don't have them.
How do they do temperature control? Like, is there something that stops the vending machine able to vend if the temperature goes over a certain degree for an amount of time?
That's a very good point, actually.
That's a very good point. They're all high-risk items.
They are all high-risk because they're ready to eat. That's what high-risk is, guys.
And also milk, dairy products, eggs.
They need to be. They need to be
chilled. Like chilled at a certain temperature.
Especially milk and cheese.
Yeah.
Vending machines will play a complementary role in brick and mortar retailing. Wolfgang, this is a German name. Wolfgang Kampermeimer of the Berlin Brandenburg Trade Association told the Berlin Zeitung.
You are struggling with this.
Oh my god! But like, so this next paragraph in international imagination.
Unusual.
Yeah, unusual. It wasn't that. Anyway, I'll start that one again. In the international imagination, usual vending machines have long had an association with Japan, where they are known to sell everything from sake to underwear.
I can understand though. Sake and underwear don't have like expiry dates.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what type of underwear you can buy in Japan?
No, I'd love to know.
Worn underwear.
That is
only disgusting. In Japan. Only in Japan.
That's disgusting.
They sell everything in vending machines in Japan. You can go get a phone from a vending machine in Japan.
I don't think it's that hygienic.
What, selling?
Something in a vending machine. Because you have to press the buttons, people have like pressed them.
I mean, in our day and age, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
You'd have to like put on a glove and then sanitize afterwards and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know, it's weird.
But yeah, they sell some weird stuff in vending machines in Japan. Not that I've been, I would love to go. But yeah, they sell worn knickers.
That is like gross.
Yeah, but they love it.
I definitely am more inclined to sausages and potato salad than worn underwear. Yeah, I think that's a better like business model to go down.
It's booming business in Japan though. Booming, absolutely. But anyway, so that's it's a weird story, but not as weird as what we've had. But yeah, sausages in.
It's certainly not
machines.
controversial.
It's not controversial. But if it works for Germany, it works. Over 500,000 vending machines are booming.
Yeah, I can imagine that guy from last week just rolling up and just getting like sauerkraut.
Yeah, just sauerkraut,
He's
but
taking everything off.
without the kraut.
Yeah, just an empty box.
Oh man, poor bastard.
I know.
Poor bastard.
He's got to live with himself for the rest of his life.
Still thinking about him. He's famous now. If you search guy with McDonald's guy ketchup on Google, he's
number one.
He's there on images. So many different people have.
I know, but it's not really famous, is it? It's infamous, and it's not the same thing.
It's not. No,
yeah.
It's not. So we're back to the other papers. So this is from Beth Cruz and Joseph Wilkes from the Mirror.
You love it.
Back on the Mirror, and it's two people.
Ooh la la.
I'm guessing one's the reporter and one's the writer.
Or someone's editing the poor content.
Yeah, I mean, there's a spelling mistake there already.
No.
So, and there's look.
How?
It's
How
two
is this
words
possible?
next to each other.
In this day and age where they actually have spell check, grammar check,
Everything.
and they still fuck up.
But I'm going to read it word for word, so I'm going to try. So this story is about the stunned police find chicken living in filthy bathroom during a drugs raid. So it was less cold turkey, more like chili chicken, as Avon and Somerset police officers joked on social media that the bird was found on the bathtub in conditions that fell foul of acceptable standards. So you don't get that in the Independent.
Yep,
that
was a poultry story.
Oh man,
that joke.
Oh god.
You should have like a little bell.
A little bell.
Whenever we're outrageously bad with our puns and jokes.
I'll add that in.
Yeah.
Stunned police found a chicken living in the bathroom as they raided a house in the war against drug dealing. The officers found the animals clucking in the bathroom after they raided a home in Bristol. He just wanted some more crack, man.
Or it's a security chicken.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, like a guard dog.
Like a guard dog, but like a guard chicken.
Yeah, like peck your eyes out.
God, you wouldn't know what to do, would you?
What were they selling?
Well, we don't know yet. I don't even know if they're going to. I mean, the story's about the chicken, really.
It is. But I was just wanting to know, cross-contamination, what kind of drugs the chicken were on.
So the officers found the animal clucking in the bathroom after they raided a home in Bristol. This is where we get to the funny sentence. The feathered friend was found perched on the bathtub. Reports Bristol Live. Its owner, who was being detained by the police as part of a drugs enforcement action, kept it as a pet in the bathroom. Why would you keep a chicken in the as a pet in the bathroom?
That is well out of order on the chicken.
Yeah.
Not only is it like in a house full of drugs, but like in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
But what's it going to do in the bathroom?
Like at least make a house for it outside.
Yeah. They say it's a flat. It's a house. They've got a garden.
They've got a garden, guys. Put the chicken in the garden. If you want eggs, you got to treat if a stressed out chicken will not give you eggs.
That's just like cruel.
And who has a chicken as a fucking pet?
Someone who doesn't have a vending machine.
Yeah, someone who doesn't have a vending machine. The hapless bird was found perched on a bathtub with a sign titled "Home Sweet Home," loosely hanging above the sink.
I'm pretty sure the chicken felt otherwise.
Absolutely. Avon and Somerset police officers found the poor bird in the room in terrible living conditions. So what is terrible living conditions for a bird? But it's inside, so that's pretty terrible anyway. But chicken coops, I've seen a fair few chicken coops.
Like some of the chickens can't
even. Horrible.
Yeah, they're rank. They can't even stand up. Some of the chickens
in the coops.
Yeah.
Well, I mean like a coop at home, not like a battery coop.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's still.
That's pretty bad. A battery farming coop.
I mean, if I was a chicken, I'd prefer a bathtub to a battery farm.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning this behaviour of the chickens.
And if it was
disgrace.
And if it was a pet, maybe he just put the chicken in the bathroom for a little bit, and then it comes out and roams around the house and. They
said that the bird lived in the bathroom.
Lived in the bathroom.
That was its life.
It's not really a pet though, is it? It's like just if that was a human, that would be.
Oh mate, have you read on?
No. So
that's that's the way the story is, man.
So they joked on social media that it was living in conditions that fell foul of acceptable standards. Pictures show the bathroom covered in feathers and chicken poo. Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gross.
The toiletries have fallen into the bathtub. Okay, that's a great bit of information there.
Well, maybe the chicken uses the toiletries, like has a little shampoo.
Oh yeah, treat yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Treat yourself chicken. That'd be a really cool chicken if they
would be a
just
cool
walked
chicken.
in. It's like,
well, it's already high on drugs. It's cleaning itself in the
what
bathroom.
drugs though? I want to know what drugs as well. We need to know if these are like high, or if it's just a weed farm or something. Local beat sergeant P.S. Tooth. Great name.
How is it like? It literally, it's like every week you find stories that seem completely made up.
Yeah, no, I don't make them up either. If I did, I'd be able to have, I'd be able to start a newspaper like the Mirror.
Didn't amount to free range.
So local beat sergeant PS2 felt a bathtub didn't amount to free range living.
No shit,
Fucking
PC.
hell.
No shit.
They added that the situation was not much of a home sweet home. Fuck
Oh
me.
man.
These police are dry as fuck. Police say the raid led to an arrest, and they also relocated the bird to a chicken sanctuary. They have chicken sanctuaries?
Yeah, I know they have donkey sanctuaries.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
I
fucking
don't know if this
donkey.
is true, but apparently the donkey sanctuary is the richest charity in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, they have the most reserved funds. Because everyone sees a donkey online.
Why
and
have
they're
they
like,
reserved the funds though?
Because they don't need to spend all of that money on the donkey.
Fuck me.
There's
To be fair,
far
like,
less demand than
Whenever I watch the telly, which is not often, there is a donkey sanctuary advert on.
yeah.
Wow. On Facebook, the police force said the chicken was seized and brought to the local police station.
For what? A statement to be taken.
Questioning.
What a waste of time.
Where are the drugs?
Surely don't they just call RSPCA and they take them?
It has now been rehomed in a chicken sanctuary for poorly treated chickens.
Those poor chickens.
Oh, you poor chicken. Here, come in, have a cup of tea.
You have a lovely life before you go to be nuggets.
No, I think it's past that. It's too damaged. Wouldn't give a good nugget.
Emotionally damaged nuggets.
Emotionally damaged nugget. Oh my god! According to the RSPCA, if keeping chickens your house should be warm, dry, and well ventilated.
I think that was written
That was not me.
That was you.
If
keeping chickens, your house should be warm, dry, and well ventilated.
No, mate, there should be a fucking comma there. If keeping chickens, your house should be
Yeah, fair enough.
warm, dry, and well ventilated, and be cleaned frequently and disinfected to remove parasites.
It's true. It's not just bad for the chickens. It's quite bad for the humans.
Yeah, especially the parasites.
Yeah, like bird flu as well.
Yep, chicken flu.
Yep, we know where the next case of coronavirus is coming from.
Bristol. They also stated that the flooring should have been covered in dry material to allow for foraging and dust bathing. Oh, so they bath in dust, not
Nice.
water.
I think that's why you put like sawdust down.
It's
no?
pretty picky chicken though. It had a
It is.
bathtub, and it's like the
Still not good
RSPCA like put some fucking shit down, some foliage. There should be enough space for chickens to exercise, stretch their wings, and carry out normal behaviours. Just the normal chicken behaviours.
Like
the
chickens, they're not really solitary creatures, are they?
What they like to be like. Well, you don't usually just see a chicken, do you?
No, I've never seen a chicken on its own in a bathtub ever.
Well,
Especially not at a drug dealer's house.
I reckon the chicken was having a good time, and they've removed this chicken.
Do you reckon it's like something
They don't
like
fucking
tantamount to people having like monkeys as pets? The guy was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna have a chicken because I'm cool."
Because this is badass.
There's nothing There's nothing badass about having a chicken in your bathtub.
All right. Well, chickens need access to an outdoor space and sheltered feed and water, so as not to attract rodents.
Like, are they saying like a mouse would kill a chicken?
Nah, I think they're just saying like rodents are dirty.
Yeah.
But surely, if you've got like sheltered feed and water, that's going to attract rodents. Because if I was like a rat and I saw feed and water in shelter, like I'd be there.
Now you put it that way, I feel like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, RSP.
I never ever thought myself like, if I was a rat, what would I do?
Well, I think the RSPCA are just full of shit, and they need to put themselves in the chicken shoes.
Also, like, I think it's a little bit hypocrisy because, like, most chickens in the UK are kept far poorer than this.
Yeah, probably actually.
So,
but this is a pet chicken, though.
So it distinctly, like, pets have rights, other animals don't.
Apparently so.
So nice, RSPCA, get your shit together.
Yeah, speak to Peter. Elsewhere in Bristol, police used a locksmith to break into a tattoo parlour after its owner stayed open for a week and refused to shut as the UK was plunged into a second lockdown.
What the fuck has that got to do with chickens?
Well, that's a nice sign off, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it just like Bristol is retarded?
Yeah.
Shouldn't really use that word, sorry.
It's fine. Especially if they are. It's just signing off of Bristol because not a lot's happening in Bristol, and us reading this story obviously means we want to know more about Bristol. But anyway, wow, it's crazy news that a tattoo parlour had stayed open for a week and refused to shut.
I mean, there's a lot of places like that. Gyms as well. There was a gym owner who got 70 grand fine for staying open for a week. Yeah.
Guys, when the government put things in place, we kind of need to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whether you agree with it or not, I think like it's the law, and you're not really.
Well, it is the law. It is the law. So before we closed on Thursday, not last Thursday, the Thursday before.
It was Wednesday. Was our last day.
Wednesday was our last day of trading.
We were not open on Thursday.
We were not open on Thursday, but we all the staff came in on Thursday to do a deep clean and obviously clear out the fridges and what have you. And we were all outside. We got treated to beers and pizza, which was nice. And we were all outside on the terrace, which is behind us. And we had a few bobbies turn up, and they were not happy. Well, one of them was not happy.
Yeah, I think one of the local residents just had reported us that they thought maybe we were all customers.
And we were having a party.
We were not having a party.
Nah, no party was going on.
We were like elbows.
Well, we were. We had finished by then because we were drinking beer and eating pizza.
No, I know, but we had come to work.
Yeah, so that was a bit stressful.
But I think the police handled it quite well.
The police did.
Yeah, we didn't get a fine. To be honest, even if they gave us a fine, I think we weren't doing any illegal activity.
Nah, we weren't doing anything illegal. Not on Thursday anyway. So next one, but anyway, tattoo parlor person. You are gonna be fined now, aren't you?
Leading on this, there's another thing that is a bit weird. A lot of independent shops are quite upset. Supermarkets are still selling toys and clothes while they have to close their doors. And I do kind of feel sorry for them because I was in Asda yesterday just picking up some milk and nappies, and I see these people with carts full of toys and clothes.
Yeah.
I was like, it is true, you're diverting a lot of spending away from small independent retailers into the supermarkets who don't really need the extra spend anyway because they're doing fine, especially during lockdown. And
I know exactly what you mean.
I think it's absolutely proper out of order.
It is a bit.
It's just as bad as this tattoo parlour staying open.
In some countries, they will. I think it was in Ireland and Wales.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to buy non-essential things.
And I think that's sensible.
Yeah.
They did a U-turn on that though because they made a silly list and apparently they put sanitary towels on the list of non-essential. I was like,
whoa.
What?
Where was that, in Ireland or?
Wales.
Oh, in Wales.
Also,
I would expect it from Ireland.
Yeah. Also, I think baby clothes.
Well, I think clothes are essential anyway, aren't they?
I don't think clothes are I think an adult could go 4 weeks without buying clothes.
Oh yeah, of course.
They should have enough clothes.
Yeah.
I do think for babies, they grow very quickly. There might be a case where you don't have any clothes at home.
And you might have just had a baby as well.
Yeah. And I guess I'm saying that because my kids are very young, but my youngest, he's 1.5 and he grows super fast.
So when you're in Asda, you need to get some nappies.
No, I didn't buy any clothes. He's got an older brother, so he's filling up his clothes.
Hand-me-downs.
That's fine. Yeah, hand-me-downs. All about hand-me-downs.
All about the hand-me-downs.
Saving the money. That poor kid, we've got the oldest girl and the oldest boy. They got everything new.
Yeah, but
now, whoever comes along,
the bottom child.
Yeah,
the youngest child is just getting all the shit.
Yep.
All the shit.
Poor kid. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
I like that you assume he's watching this.
Well, he might be in 3.5 years from now.
Yeah, when he's got his YouTube account. So the next one is from the Mirror as well, not because I was lazy, but just because I saw this and it made me giggle a bit. Just the headlines, because I don't read these stories. I don't know if you can tell.
You don't actually know what's going on. I didn't know that.
I don't read them.
I thought you fully researched.
I read the headlines, and then I want everything. Then I want
it makes sense
my reaction to be like yours. Really,
reading.
Yes. What I should do is do it how I read a ticket. I'll read it first, and then regurgitate it. This is from Luke Matthews. I think we had one from Luke Matthews last week. We might have not.
Yeah, definitely.
We've used Luke Matthews before. Fantastic writer. Covering all of the crazy stories, all the stories that we must know. So, mum demands babysitter pays £450 in compensation for feeding meat to vegetarian kids. How dare she? A babysitter brought 2 children a chicken nugget Happy Meal from McDonald's to reward their good behaviour after the pair requested it. But their furious mum has said that they are vegetarian. Well, if they ask for the nuggies, man, give them the nuggies, man.
I think this is awful. Like, first of all, how do you quantify £450 compensation? Second of all, was she told that the kids are vegetarian?
I reckon we're going to find out.
I mean, if she was told, she's a bitch.
Yeah, but
that's just nasty.
Can't demand money off of your babysitter.
No, it's honestly ridiculous. Like this, and also, why is McDonald's so heavily involved in so much scandal?
I know.
It's just McDonald's.
It all fits in though, because we got the chicken, and now we're talking about nuggies. A babysitter has refused to pay a mum emotional support money. I'm sorry. Okay, then we'll get through this. After she fed her children chicken nuggets without even being told they were vegetarian. There's the answer to that question.
Like, honestly, did the mum say, "Do not feed my kids"?
Yeah, just
Anything.
in general.
Just that my kids aren't allowed to eat. Like, how is she psychic? She's supposed to know, what are your dietary requirements?
Absolutely, and
to be honest,
if the kids ask for it as well,
I probably never would do the job, but if I was looking after someone else's kids, I would ask, have they got any dietary requirements?
Yeah, that would be my main thing. But I think that might be just because of what we work in the food industry. It could be, so we're immediately just are they allergic to nuts? The 19-year-old...
To be honest, can you imagine if they were and you just say nothing?
Yeah,
just have the kids, I'm off to...
They're allergic to protein. They can't eat meat.
This is the thing, I doubt it's on religious reasons, yeah? And if it's not on religious reasons, like Jews and Muslims don't eat pork, Sikhs don't eat beef. So if it's not based... Is it Sikhs or Hindus? No, Sikhs don't eat beef. Hindus don't eat meat at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sikhs, the cow is quite sacred, so I don't think they eat beef. So if that's the point, I can understand there's some bearing on it. I think it's terrible to have your kids not eating protein of any kind, any meats, any fishes.
Oh yeah,
just if
you're vegetarian and your kids can be vegetarian, then you need to give them protein in other ways.
They're 9 years old and 7 years old. They really do need.
How do you know that?
I just saw in the next line.
Oh, okay. The 19-year-old said she has been babysitting for 2 years and was recently asked by a new family to look after their 9-year-old and 7-year-old, a 9-year-old boy and 7-year-old girl. They sound like a handful. She says the pair were perfectly behaved during her time in charge. So when they requested chicken nugget Happy Meal for dinner, she decided to reward their good behaviour. I mean, it sucks if she got a Uber Eats and she had to pay £4 delivery as well as the £450 compensation that she's not paid yet. But
this is it's crazy. You left your kids who've never been babysit by that person before and told them nothing, and they were
no instruction
and no food, because otherwise I'd be this is what their meal is tonight. Can you do this?
Definitely.
Some guidance. And then how can you come back and berate her and be pissed off about it? Fuck off.
Mate, sounds like a bit of a Karen. But both the children and their parents failed to mention that they were vegetarian, leading to a blazing row when the mum returned to find her kids eating chicken. Oh, do you reckon she walked in and they've just got nuggets in their mouth and they're like...
I don't think so. I don't think it's that bad. I think they would have eaten their meal, come back and say, "Oh, so what did you eat?" And it was like, "Oh, we had chicken nuggets." And she was like, "What the fuck?"
what do you think you're doing? Give me some money. The babysitter explained. The mum came home early and saw and saw her kids eating chicken nuggets. She literally ripped the nuggets out their hands and started screaming that I'm horrible for allowing her children to eat dead corpses and yelling at her children for eating the meat. Oh, man.
Honestly, she's a bad mum. She's just a bad person. Like, how do you berate your kids when they're halfway through their meal?
Yeah, at least let them finish.
No, seriously, because it's done. The deed is done. The nuggets are there.
Let them enjoy the nuggies, man.
You are ripping it out of their mouths. The chicken is dead already. Like, you're teaching your kids nothing.
Especially shouting children to eat dead corpses. They're not going to sleep properly for a week now.
That is honestly disturbing.
She kicked me out without paying me, and then later texted me saying that I need to pay her $300.
So it's American.
So £227 for each kid for the emotional damage I've caused them, and if I didn't, she'd take me to court. Right, this makes more sense now that it's in the US.
Yes, because they're idiots.
Because of just the whole suing culture over there.
But to be honest, I would have expected more. $300 is a very measly sum to be suing over. It's like $600 total.
Yeah.
The cost of suing would be more.
Probably. Well, yeah, especially if she would lose like she would.
Maybe her kids are not even vegetarian.
And she's just after.
She does it to every day. She gets another person. Gets the kids to ask for chicken nuggets.
Just so she doesn't have to pay.
Yeah, she doesn't have to pay the babysitter. She doesn't pay for their dinner, and she threatens court.
And the kids are in on it, and they're like, "It's cool, we get nuggets."
They don't know better. They're 9 and 7. They're going to listen to what mum and dad says.
Yeah.
They're not at the age of rebellion yet.
Yeah, but if they're in on it,
and if they're getting chicken nuggets every day, isn't it?
Exactly, and fry and a toy. It was a Happy Meal. Oh, they do books now.
Yeah, I think there definitely could be more to this.
I refused to pay the money and told her that she should have told me that she was vegetarian, and I would have made sure to completely respect her family diet choice. And since she didn't tell me, it's not my fault.
To be honest, I'm inclined to agree with her.
Yeah, absolutely. This woman seems like a cunt. She said that I shouldn't just assume everyone eats meat.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it's a new world now.
No, mate. I think you assume everyone eats everything unless the dietary requirements have been checked.
Unless they say otherwise. Because usually a vegetarian and a vegan will let you know.
Yes.
Pretty soon after you've met them.
They're very they're more right-winged about their food than religious sellers.
Yes.
They're like...
Looking at you vegans.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
While we do this podcast, if we can just get every single group in the world to hate us, by the end of it,
we have something on all of you. So, our family ran a Jewish restaurant, famous one.
Yes.
And kosher is super strict. I think vegans are even worse.
Way more stricter, yeah.
Way. I'm saying worse because I think it does go too far sometimes. I understand there are rules and regulations, and I get it, and I have respect for it, but it's taken to the next level, and I think vegans take it even further.
Oh, they do, man. They do. Have you seen? So in Reading, where I used to live, there would be the vegan protests every Saturday, and they just stand there with pictures of dead animals and stuff like that. And I mean, it's fine. It's freedom of speech. I get it.
But you're never going to get the whole world to conform to your view.
They're very loud about it.
Yeah.
Which I think it's unnecessary, really. I've lost a few friends actually.
Vegan fundamentalists.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
I've lost Antifa. No, I've lost a few friends too. With me being a chef and having a very broad opinion on food.
I do think lately veganism, some people genuinely believe in it.
Yeah.
Some people are just jumping on the bandwagon. They're it's fashionable to be vegan.
Well, it happens with everything, doesn't it?
Well, we have them here. Some people work here.
Yes.
Fake vegans. You know who you are.
Yeah, eating mayonnaise, motherfuckers. The babysitter said the threat of being taken to court did not scare her, as both her dad and brother are lawyers. You fucked with the wrong babysitter. But she took to Reddit to ask for advice on the best way to handle the situation.
I would take her to court for not paying the fee.
So if you ever need advice, guys,
go to Reddit.
Head over to Reddit. There'll be a subreddit for you. I'm part of a subreddit if you want to join. It's called Bread Stapled on Trees. It's fantastic. I'm not even kidding. There's over like 250,000 people part of the subreddit, and I haven't posted any bread stapled on trees yet. But man, I am amazed at the amount of bread that's being stapled on trees around the world right now.
I think sometimes like asking for advice on that forum is a bad idea. The amount
you mean I shouldn't ask for advice on the bread stapled on trees?
No.
Reddit. Oh.
I think you're going to be let down.
Yeah.
Badly. I can just see that your bubbles burst.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that.
I mean, they're like my family.
I know. So bad. Maybe stick to Discord.
I'm fucking with you all. But there is a real Reddit. I'm not fucking with you on that. Others not only said she was right to refuse to pay the mum, but she should go after the money she is owed for looking after the children.
Absolutely.
Yes, she should.
As a matter of principle.
Mate, like, she has got more...
It's not her fault that the mother is a poor mother and just a poor person in general.
Yeah,
it's not her
exactly.
fault. She should be paid for her work.
She should be. And then if you're trying to sue the girl for feeding your children meat, yeah, if the court are like, well, did you pay her for her service? And they're like, she's like, nah. But like, well, yeah, you're a bit of a dickhead, aren't you, really? So...
Yeah, man. But it's quite interesting that such a nasty woman has 2 beautifully behaved children.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, the
yeah.
We do know that.
They got rewarded.
They got rewarded for good behaviour.
With meat. One commented, it was her responsibility to tell you her kids were vegetarian. She still owes you money for babysitting.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet she has pulled this stunt before to get out of paying and maybe try to get some extra cash.
Absolutely.
Like, do people,
we think she does it daily.
Do that shit, man.
Clearly.
Like, people scheme that bad.
I reckon they do. Like, because me, I wouldn't. How would you come up with a figure? She obviously knows $300 is a good figure to ask, because maybe people
would be like, you know, her brother and her father are lawyers. You know.
The thing is, look, if my kids went to school, the school knows that they don't eat pork, and if they were given pork, I would phone up the school and say, make sure it doesn't happen again. I wouldn't sue them.
Oh yeah. You got to be like a human.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, it's an absolute joke. You know, my preference is...
Has that happened before?
Never. Like, when I was a kid, I once ate minestrone that had bacon in it. I washed my mouth out and stopped eating it, and that was it. Like, I didn't start berating the waiters. Like, why didn't you tell me? God damn you. Sorry. Furious.
The whole thing shook.
That was an effect.
I find it weird that neither kid mentioned they didn't eat meat and that they wanted a Happy Meal. Yes. So...
They want to eat meat.
She's a fucking schemer.
She's either a schemer or they're desperate for meat.
And they just want nuggets. I mean, who doesn't want fucking chicken nuggets? I'm getting very hungry right now. A second wrote, give her contact info to your lawyers. Ask her when you can expect to be paid, or if you should settle that as well in court. So they're like, yeah. Added another, call her bluff. She'll be laughed at in court. There you go. She will be laughed at in court, I reckon. Everything's a bit of it's just insane. If you're getting your kids looked after by someone, yeah, tell them about dietary
100%.
requirements, you know, because this lady's obviously full of shit and she's trying to make a quick buck, but it's not happening. Anyway, that is 3 weird and wonderful stories from The Mirror and The Independent. What was your favourite story?
Definitely the last one, but it actually annoyed me.
Yeah, I know.
And I think I'm almost sure that she schemes it, and bringing your kids into that is like fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why involve a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old? What you're teaching them is to be dishonest.
Maybe they're a family of like crooks.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a family of crooks, and she's training them the art of deceit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that really famous con man film with Jack Nicholson? It was
Gone in 60 Seconds? No.
Yeah, that was a con man film.
And I'm thinking of Nicolas Cage.
I said Nicolas Cage.
You said Jack Nicholson.
I meant Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god!
How did you know?
I don't know.
Amazing.
Don't know.
That's a good film, and it came to my mind.
A con man with Nicolas Cage. I like Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
He's like...
Well, he's gone downhill these days.
Oh mate, he elevates anything he's in.
You know, I was watching with the kids a movie, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man anime
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, which is fantastic, by the way. You should watch it.
What, the film Into the Spider-Verse? Yeah, it's a great film. Great film.
One of the voices is Nicolas Cage. Can you guess which one? It's one of the Spider-Men.
The older Spider-Man.
The
adult one.
No, the noir film.
Oh, is it? That's Nicolas Cage. Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
I know that voice.
He was almost Superman as well. He did screen tests and everything for Superman. He's in like the suit and everything.
Yeah,
and it didn't go forward because it was going to be a Tim Burton Superman.
Whoa!
I know. How cool would have that been?
I think it's
Tim Burton Superman.
So I'm just scrolling through movies quickly to find out the movie I'm talking about. It's a good movie. You should watch it.
It's not The Wicker Man, is it?
No, it's definitely not. What's that got to do with Con?
It's a really bad film though.
Yeah,
the only saving grace is the bees.
Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Men. I'm
you
gonna have to check it out.
No, watch that film. It's a really good one.
Glasgow.
Go away.
Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Men, and it's
2003. It's a good year. It's a good year for a bit of Cage.
Good film.
Have you watched The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Yes.
And National Treasure 1 and 2. Oh.
They're very like family oriented. This is much more like don't watch this with your daughter.
Oh, okay. She'll be too busy watching fucking Lanky Box on YouTube. Shout out Lanky Box.
Lanky Box.
So now we're on to On This Day. Not that much happened on this day,
I like this part of the segment. It's like a nice. On this day, I think it's nice.
So in 1558, on this day, Elizabeth I, aged 25, ascends the English throne upon the death of her half-sister, Queen Bloody Mary.
Yep.
So that's like new monarchy.
And Elizabeth II won't bloody leave it.
She fucking won't, will she?
I mean, I'm quite fond of the Queen, but I think like... No, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Very kind, thank you so much. Everyone drinks tea up here a lot.
Yeah.
Like really, 5-6 teas a day.
Yeah, I'll get home and I'll probably have maybe 3 or 4 teas today.
I maybe drink 1 tea every 6 months.
I think it's because it's the cold weather. The cold weather makes me drink more tea.
Really?
Yeah, I drink Assam tea.
Do you?
Yeah, man.
That's like Arabic.
It's like Maltese.
Nice.
It's like having a Malteser without the chocolate in a drink.
Really?
No. Not really.
It's the answer phone.
There's a beeping.
It's beeping.
It's answer phone. Queen.
Have your job cut out for you today, have you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it in because it wasn't, pinpointing someone for being racist. So, you'll never find out who it was.
What's going on this week? No politics, no racism.
I know it's quite breezy. I think it's because we're aware that we have to dash at some point. But Bloody Mary, she died, didn't she? She died. She was not a very nice queen, was she? No. I don't know much about the Tudor times because they were the Tudors, right? Holly knows loads about the Tudors.
Years later.
No, Elizabeth I was Mary and
Henry VIII, mate.
Yeah, they're the daughters of Henry VIII, bro.
Are they?
Yeah, Elizabeth and Mary. The Virgin Queen, Elizabeth. Yeah, House of the Tudors. Elizabeth I was the final ruler.
Oh yeah, you are bang on.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Because she was the Virgin Queen, wasn't she? Even though she was definitely banging that guy.
Oh yeah, her consort.
The sailor guy.
Yeah.
The sailor.
100%.
What the fuck is his name?
I can't remember, but I know who you mean.
Write in the comments who his name is, and it's
educate us, please.
It's Sir something. Was it Sir Francis Drake?
No,
it wasn't. My bad. In 1800, Congress holds its first session in Washington D.C. in a incomplete Capitol building.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
It always reminds you how young America is.
America is so young. So the USA America, we all know, because obviously there was Aborigines there, and and then I say we as in the British.
Modern America.
The British invaded and it became fucking modern America it is now.
Yeah, we fucked up half the world.
You're welcome. Fuck. Anyway, Trump's going to make America great again, isn't he?
No, Trump's fucking off. he admitted it yesterday.
What do you mean he's fucking off?
He's finally, I think, he's starting to
Yeah, but then he was tweeting out, I did not lose the election.
I did not lose the election. It was scandal and cheated.
False
and
votes
and
dead people voting.
Yeah. Whoa. But I'm leaving the White House anyway.
So there's a chatter out there that what he's going to do is he's going to leave his post, and then his vice president is going to become the president, then pardon Trump for all of his tax evasion over the last fucking 2 decades.
I mean, that would be dodgy.
And then
also, do you know
they can do it though, because if Trump has evaded as much tax as he has, which he has, he will be due a prison sentence.
If I was Pence, I'd be like, yeah. I'd let him do it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, but he loves
that
Trump.
would be an awful thing to do.
He loves Trump. And then I learned that Biden was Obama's vice president. I didn't know that.
How did you not know that?
I didn't, well, because I don't know much about politics.
Well, that was in younger years, though.
So what I do with politics, right, is the way Donald Trump runs the country through Twitter. That's how I stay up on all my politics.
I see. So you know, the other thing is, I think like Biden may be setting up Camilla for presidency because he's getting quite old.
Dude, like he could like literally like he could get corona and die. I
don't know that he'd need corona, like just in like average.
So like
I wish him well. Honestly, he's the next president of the US and much better than Trump.
And it's needed. It is needed.
But honestly,
half the country are very happy right now.
He's very, very, very old. I really don't think that anyone like over 70.
The oldest president, isn't he?
I think like you can have them as advisors, but running the country, it's a little bit dangerous.
So when he goes for his second term, he'll be 82.
Yeah.
Which is like he should when I'm 82, like I probably just want to sit. I just want to sit on a chair.
Yeah, I think when I'm like 50, 60, I'll do that.
I'll be working till I'm dead.
Why? You can work, but I mean, we work in very physically demanding jobs.
I'm
not going to be doing that in my 50s.
I'm going to try and not do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, make it happen. So, 1869, Suez Canal, the Suez Canal in Egypt opens, like linking the Mediterranean and Red Seas.
At the time, we were also part of the British Empire.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Until he got kicked out by NASA.
But so that's huge though, because that's linking trade paths.
Yeah, and it stops like almost 3 weeks of going around Africa.
Yeah, you can just go straight through. Yeah. And they still use it now.
They actually widened it last year.
They still use it now, because I was watching on mega ships.
Awesome.
So
my house,
they use it to cut through.
You can see the Suez traffic.
Yeah.
From my house.
From your house.
I've got a villa on the Red Sea, and you just watch them passing all day.
Because Tam is from Egypt.
Actually, I'm from London.
Well,
my dad's Egyptian.
His dad's Egyptian. Sorry, that was very presumptuous of me.
My heart's Egyptian.
My heart is Egypt.
My heart is Egypt. My soul is England.
So are you going to be like mummified when you die?
No, mate.
Man.
We've moved on from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you know that Egyptians are one of the first people to do maths?
Yeah.
And I also found out how they do maths. It's like intriguing. They've got such a good way of doing it.
Did you know that the Americans are the first ones who did math? Like math, but feels better. Yeah. 1922. No, there's a real problem there.
Yeah, don't try meth.
Yeah, let's not joke about meth. 1922, the last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire,
Mehmed.
Yep.
Mehmed the Sixth.
The Sixth is expelled to Malta on a British warship.
Yeah, good for them.
What did he do? The Sultan of Ottoman.
I mean, the Ottoman Empire was cruel and barbaric, but they also...
Where was their empire?
So from Constantinople, which is now Istanbul, all through the Levant, Middle East, North Africa, parts of Greece, and into like the Russian Soviet states, so like Lithuania, Latvia.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow. It's big. And that was in 1922. That wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah, but that wasn't... In 1922, it was not the Ottoman Empire...
It was like
that. It had shrunken.
Ottoman Empire.
It was more like Turkey and a bit.
Oh,
Turkey
really?
Plus, yeah.
Oh, so and he was expelled to Malta.
Yeah. Goodbye, Mehmed.
Yeah. Goodbye, Mehmed. 1970, Douglas Engelbart receives the patent for the first computer mouse.
That's cool.
See, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, I find that wicked.
Yeah, because
I actually would have thought it would be before 1970.
I would have thought it as well, but so in 1970 is when they started thinking about introducing computers into ergonomics, but started introducing like smaller computers that can be put in offices, so you don't have these massive servers.
Yeah, how big would a 1970s computer be? The size of a car?
I don't know. They were fucking huge though. They were like massive servers. I've been watching Computer Chronicles on YouTube. They've uploaded a load of Computer Chronicles,
really?
And they start in like the late 70s, and then they go all the way through to like 2002.
Yeah.
Hosted by the same guy. You really see him change. And the funniest thing is, because of the fashion in like the 80s, he looks younger in 2001 than he does in the 80s, even though he's lost all of his hair.
Insane.
2003 is a big one for me. Britney Spears, at 21 years old, becomes the youngest singer to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Don't like Spears.
You don't like Spears?
No.
Just Spears in general, or of the Britney?
Of the Britney
of
variety.
the Britney flavour. I was young, like in the 90s, as we both were, and when she brought out that "Hit Me Baby One More Time," I think it was 96 or 97.
Yeah.
God, I like that.
Did you?
Saw it on Top of the Pops, and I was like,
You were like, "Hit Me Baby."
I was like, yeah. I mean, I was 8.
I couldn't stand that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from two different worlds we are.
We really are.
But something else happened in 2003, and that is Arnie was sworn in as the Californian governor. And do you know what? This is a long time ago. Like, I thought like this was
17 years ago.
I didn't think it was in 2003. I was still at school.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a story that before he was governor, when he was like in the 90s, he drew his Hummer down a boardwalk or a sidewalk, being like, "Hey, I'm Arnie, get out of the way." Get out of the way. And apparently,
sounds like something he would do.
He had a quite bad reputation for like even the way he treated women and stuff.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I do admire the way he is now. Like I do think he's like settled down, but I can't get behind.
Well, you can't go around abusing women your whole life. And it would get well knackering, wouldn't it?
You can't just
he wants to retire as well.
You can't also forgive and forget.
Yeah, no.
Someone in that power, like it's just no need.
You can't forgive, but California forgave him anyway.
Yeah,
because it was probably all alleged anyway. So
and he would not. I think there was a lot of them, like.
What, like R. Kelly style?
No one's as bad as R. Kelly. Or,
well,
actually,
apart from Michael Jackson, but he's dead, so we won't worry about him.
You know who was terrible? What's his name that recently died? The billionaire that was friends with Trump. Friends with Prince Andrew.
Because he died in prison, didn't he? Did he kill himself?
I hope so, because honestly, he's a fucking scumbag.
Oh, bad. So is Prince Andrew.
Yeah, honestly,
allegedly.
No, Prince Andrew. You could see it in the interview. Like he is.
You can see it in his eyes.
Absolutely,
he's a
disgusting.
Piece of shit, man. He was married to Fergie as well, man. Fergie's lovely.
She's a bit weird.
She is weird, but
to be honest, I think that whole branch of the family is a bit weird.
What, like Eugenie? Eugenie and Beatrice.
Yeah.
I went to. Here we go. Here's a fun fact. I went to nursery or Montessori, if you want to get serious about things, with Eugenie.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to Montessori with Eugenie.
That's crazy.
So we're the same age.
Wow.
So if you're out there, Eugenie, well done. Definitely know how to wear a hat, don't you? And do you know what? At Eugenie's wedding as well, it's hilarious. So at Eugenie's wedding, I heard this because, through news and stuff. That's when Harry. Was it when Harry? Yeah, when Harry said they were having. Is Harry having a baby?
He had a baby.
Had a baby. That's when Harry announced they were having a baby. Was at her wedding.
Yeah, that's well out of order.
Brutal. Like, Eugenie's trying to get all she can, yeah. She's been lumped with fucking Beatrice, yeah, who looks like a horse at best, right? And then Eugenie is trying to get like married, and she's like, grandmother, look at me, I'm getting married.
Finally, give me some love.
Ooh, grandmother. And they're like, yeah, we're having a kid, yeah. And
it was like,
oh, wow, an heir to the throne.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if the Queen will be happy with that though.
What,
Markle and Harry having a kid?
Why?
Why?
Is that why she off Diana? Like in case she married an Egyptian Muslim?
Fayed allegedly. Once again.
Allegedly. We're not saying that you did.
We're not saying that it was a conspiracy. Not a conspiracy. That it was a hit put out by, someone in the royal family. Looking at you, Eugenie. But yeah, that's I must visit that area when I next go to Paris. Maybe we'll go to a new restaurant in Paris.
Yeah.
That someone will open.
Yeah,
because they speak French now, and they want to open a restaurant in Paris.
There are some restaurants in Paris that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And they're the small independent ones. Like they're open like 30 seaters. They do super good food.
Paris is lovely to eat in. Yeah,
that's good.
Absolutely. Right. So anyway, that's what happened on this day. Just in case you didn't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a bodybuilder and an actor, best known for his role as a cyborg in the science fiction movie The Terminator.
I'll be back.
He replaced the Governor Gray Davis.
Stop whining.
Stop whining, get down. Schwarzenegger was elected for another term as governor in 2007. Did he have a little break in between?
He did indeed.
Yeah. So Kris's picks this time.
No, he didn't. 2003 and 2007. Man.
Yeah. I thought it was 2006.
Back to back.
Idiot.
Awkward.
Idiot. Also, something I learned about politics, which I should have known already. So in the States, you can only run 2 terms.
Yes.
I didn't realise that you can run more than that in
England.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do as many times as you like.
Thatcher was like 79 to 90.
Yeah. She did like 3 terms.
Yeah.
Well, so did Labour. So did Tony Blair, but he just left in the 3rd term.
Yeah, so that he, could run away and not go to prison.
Gave it to the esteemed Gordon Brown, who sold all of our gold at the lowest price ever in history.
Really?
Yeah. What a dickhead.
Didn't he also punch someone?
No, that was Prescott, I think.
That was Prescott.
I mean, it's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, they all look like the
same colour politician, like right-wing dickhead.
They all look like sweaty blobs that are melting. Especially you, Boris. Right. Another level of sweaty blob. Right, so now it's for everyone's favourite bit of the podcast. It is Kris Picks. Now, for those of you who haven't watched this part before or listened to this part before, must remember it's a podcast, it's not video. I'm going to read out 2 things. There's a theme, usually. I'm going to read out 2 things. Tam tells me which one he likes more, then we talk about it.
I forgot about this last week.
Yeah, he forgot about it.
I forgot about the
best bit.
The whole
just
thing.
Didn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
So, this week, that was a creaky door. Did someone just come in? Oh no, it's Jean on the pottery wheel. We have pottery going on in the restaurant. So it is video game franchises.
This is probably your best Kris Picks.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a very good because it's something close to your heart. You like video games. He's a gamer. Chefs before gaming. He likes chefing
gamer.
And gaming.
I'm like a pro gamer and like average chef.
Shit.
Sorry, they're the other way around, I think, actually. Yeah. I'm
like
a professional chef and an
average gamer.
Average gamer. Yeah.
He's enthusiastic. That's all that matters.
Yeah. It's not the winning, it's the taking part, all that kind of shit. So video game franchises. So we're going to start off, like, if you don't know one of them, just pick the one that you know, because it will save time.
Okay.
Of me going, oh.
I think I'll be fine.
I think you will. So Tekken or Soul Calibur?
Tekken. It didn't matter who you teamed up against. Tekken is my favourite game of all time.
Yeah, of all time.
Of all time.
What number? What number Tekken?
I quite liked Tekken 2, and I like Tekken 6. The latest one, 6 or 7?
7.
7.
Tekken 7's sick.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good game.
It's well
I
fun.
do think it's like a bit dated now. I should move on. Also, like, I really wish they would make some good Tekken films.
That Tekken film was fucking horrible. I didn't even finish watching it.
It's a bit like the Dragon Ball Z film.
I've never seen that.
I wouldn't mind if they did the whole thing in animation, like manga style.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah, there's so much story they can use as well.
Oh, for sure.
Like, there's so much lore.
Heihachi, lore, like King, all of the original cast.
Yeah, they should just start it from the original.
Is it Harachu,
Heihachi?
Heihachi, he's one of my favourite. He does taekwondo.
The big guy.
Taekwondo.
Yeah,
red hair.
And he's got the sun, and they could explain a lot of it. But yeah, I like Tekken as well, mainly because I liked playing it on the PlayStation 1. Soul Calibur is fucking awesome, and they're very similar in the fighting style.
But Soul Calibur, was it? Just remind my memory. It wasn't
have
a
weapons.
platform game. It was a
fighting game.
Vs.
Like Tekken.
Like Tekken or Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And you had weapons.
I do remember.
You have weapons. I played Soul Calibur like 6, I think it was, the other day.
I do think Tekken's
and
better.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Tekken.
Also,
I like Tekken.
The controls and the movements and the different fighters. It's just like a really good game.
Definitely. So like Tekken for me, where you've got like so you've got the 2 arms and the 2 legs, and you just move them, and you can get some sick combos. Right, next, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Oh, Street Fighter. Yeah. I don't like Mortal Kombat.
You don't like Mortal Kombat?
Apart from Sub-Zero and the other guy, they're pretty cool.
Oh, Sub-Zero and is it Snake? It's not safe. Yeah.
You know who I hate in Tekken?
Get over
Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, he's also in Soul Calibur.
Is he?
Yeah, as a playable character in Soul Calibur, because he's got his blade, because they're both made by Namco.
Don't Mortal Kombat as well, they have a lot of players from other, like they've got like Arnold Schwarzenegger now in it.
Yeah, so like DLC.
Yes, because it's like such a shit game, they start being
like... but it's going to be a lot of Mortal
characters.
Kombat, fucking people getting pissed off. But Mortal Kombat, they did Mortal Kombat versus like DC Universe, so they had all like the DC guys in, and yeah, they have...
It's interesting.
They have DLC.
It's interesting that Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat...
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Cheers,
Thank you so much. Street Fighter also had a shit movie, and so did Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they both did. Yeah. And Street Fighters had Mortal Kombat's had like 2 pretty bad films. The first one was better than the second one.
Yes.
But Street Fighter had a film. They had a film come out more recently as well.
Didn't the Street Fighter film have the arch nemesis as the same guy who played in Addams Family?
That Addams Family.
Yeah, he was the patriarch of Addams Family.
Oh shit! Yeah. He was. Yeah. He was. Oh fucking hell! Yeah. But I like Street Fighter more than Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's a really important game because when the first Mortal Kombat came out, parents were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And then it went to court, and then this is now why we have grading on games. Yeah. It would have happened at some point.
Wasn't it that in Grand Theft Auto as well? Had a problem because there was
Grand Theft Auto just had a problem in general, just like because of the running over the Hare Krishnas and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun because they all walk in a line and you can. But for me, Street Fighter, especially Street Fighter 2, like at the arcade, it always got my 50p's. Right, Sonic, Super Mario Brothers. Or Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's not even close. Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
all
Super
day
Mario.
long.
Super Mario.
It's again another 2 games that had shit movies.
Well, apparently the new Sonic movie is pretty good.
I haven't seen the newest one.
Yeah, apparently the newest one's pretty good.
The Mario Brothers.
The Mario Brothers film is fucking. It made no sense.
I just remember, so
shit.
those little turtle things. What are they called?
Toads.
Not toads. The little ones like with the Kumas or.
Yeah, Kumas.
And they're like in the elevator, and they're like la 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 la, la and they all start swaying.
And then Bowser just looks fucking freaky in it. Yeah. It didn't make any sense. But I'm Super Mario Brothers all the way.
Yeah, me as well.
Like when I was a kid, I played Sonic because I had a Sega Master System. Yeah. Everyone else was playing like Mega Drives and stuff. You had a Dreamcast. Yeah. Dreamcast, great system, way ahead of its time. But I'd play Sonic, but like as an adult. I way prefer Super Mario.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I even have like Super Mario Lego.
Super Mario Lego. Oh, the big Nintendo with the TV and I want it. So as one of the places where Holly does housekeeping for, they've got one and it's been built and she says they've just destroyed it. It's just oh man, I know. I was like, just say there was a fire, put it in your car and we'll look after it. I didn't put something opposing this one, so I'm going to say Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row.
Grand Theft Auto. You just didn't want any competition for it.
No, I was going to come back to it, and I forgot to put a pick. So we're going to say Saints Row because that's like an open world kind of like Grand Theft Auto clone. But did you play the first Grand Theft Auto, the top down? Yeah,
I actually liked that
class.
One. Yeah, that was a wicked game.
So good. I felt really naughty while I was playing it as well because it was an 18. It was an 18 game. I need to stop scratching my nose. Sorry.
I don't know why that's an 18 game. I mean, if you look at it now, it's ridiculous.
Well, because you're like stealing. Well, back then it was like probably like it was quite.
I mean, if you put that up against a story about the woman like berating her 9-year-old and 7-year-old, I would say that's worse than Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, just showing that. But I mean, back then you were stealing cars and you were shooting people down, so it was quite a controversial game. There's a good documentary on YouTube.
I've seen this.
Where they're at the studio where they're making it and stuff like that. And
there's a good film as well.
Yeah.
Harry Potter kid.
Harry Potter kid.
What's his name?
What? Radcliffe.
Radcliffe was in a film about Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, about the making of the film.
Oh, I might have to check it out. I have to check it out. Definitely, but Grand Theft Auto 5 now, it's a really easy one to just jump in and fuck about and do whatever the hell you want, which is what Grand Theft Auto is all about. Doom or Duke Nukem?
I didn't play either of them extensively. I would say Duke Nukem only because I had it on the N64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem. I I used to play Duke Nukem at my mum's friend's house. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it just come out with these. Like I'm talking about like the old one, like N64 or on the PC. I was playing it, and it cracked me up. Doom looks sick. I haven't actually played it, but I would like to. And Doom does look pretty sick. It looks hectic as fuck. Halo or Call of Duty?
I would say Call of Duty. And was it on PlayStation 1 or 2? The first one was number 2, wasn't it?
Oh, it was number 2. Yeah, it came out quite late.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, I like Call of Duty. The first Call of Duty I played was the last Call of Duty that came out, which was Modern Warfare.
Oh wow!
So I hadn't played. But
Ops is out now, right?
Black Ops, Cold War. Yeah, that's out now. Is that new? Yeah, that's new. That's just come out.
Looks good.
Just come out. It's got zombies, guys. Everyone loves zombies.
I think that's like going too far now.
What?
For Call of Duty, it was like a nice army-based game, and now it's got zombies.
Well, from what I understand, is Modern Warfare is like it went back to being like really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, zombies has been part of Call of Duty for a long time.
Has it?
It's just online. It's an online game.
I used to like the Resident Evil games.
Yeah, I haven't even put Resident Evil on here.
You've missed a couple of absolute corkers. Like even stuff you wouldn't even think. Like I would have put like Lemmings.
Yeah, Lemmings is cool.
That's a good game.
Yeah,
and
that's
also
fun.
something
on
like Snake on the original Nokia phones.
All right.
Snake. I know it's stupid, but
yeah, but Snake.
that was a big one.
Snake was huge, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of Halo. Sorry, Xbox fanboys and girls. I used to go. So I would go around my friend's house when the Xbox had kind of like just come out or whatever, and everyone would play Halo. They'd like sit there in his fucking room, and play Halo. Now it wouldn't have been so bad, but his house was a fucking shithole. So I didn't like sit in his fucking house anyway.
Who's this guy?
They're not gonna see this. We're not friends anymore. Wonder why that is.
Clean your shit up, mate.
But like, and it'd sit there, and it was so fucking boring that it made me to never ever want to play fucking Halo. Now, I'm not the type of person who likes to jaunt outside all the time. I like to sit in front of my PC and do stuff. I love doing that, right? Most times I go out is to go to fucking work. But like Halo, just like sitting there, like it made me fucking brain dead. I was like, we'd sit there for an hour and I'd be like, I'm gonna leave. And then you got like, got like 10 lads just like sitting there like, well, we're going to play Halo though. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go and fucking ride my bike. Like, what the fuck?
That's
like, can we just play a different game? Can we play like, I don't know, like fucking SmackDown or Tony Hawk's or something?
SmackDown was a wicked game.
Yeah, I didn't put it anywhere. Oh, so that's all that moved. So that's, I'll add some before we go on. All right. So Tony Hawk's.
Who's making these lists?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater franchise or SSX franchise, which is snowboarding.
Tony Hawk's.
Tony Hawk's.
That was a great game.
So Tony Hawk's has just re-released the HD remaster.
We were talking about this as well. You remember as well they're doing every single Tony Hawk game.
Well, they redid 1 and 2 recently, which I played the shit out of when it came out a few months ago.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome. It was awesome. Holly got me the special edition actually with the skateboard.
And where do you play it on? PS?
I play it on PC.
Yeah.
Play it on PC. But Tony Hawk's, like back in the day, like Tony Hawk's 1 and 2, phenomenal. Yeah. I could play it for hours with my friends and play like Skate and the Skate game and stuff. Yeah. It was so good.
Good game.
Castlevania or Metroid.
I've not played either.
You've not played either. No. So you put these two together, right? Yeah. It's called Metroidvania, and they're a type of game that are very similar. So Castlevania is like set with like vampires and stuff. And Metroid is a lady called Samus.
Oh man, who is this?
Who goes? But the whole Metroidvania thing, like it's a genre now. These two games have been
pushed together. There's a game that I love that I think is the same genre. Man, it was Dante? No.
Dante's Inferno.
No, it's not. That's the book.
Devil
May Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah.
And it had Dante as the main character.
So Devil May Cry isn't a Metroidvania, that's like a hack and slash. Okay. Metroidvania means that you have to go back on yourself to figure out things to go forward.
Oh, that's quite
basically.
Cool. Mystery, detective work.
Yeah, exactly. And these games did it so well that the genre is called Metroidvania.
I really want to try a game now.
But Metroid for me is fucking awesome.
So you think I should try Metroid?
Yeah. Well, it depends what style you like. Do you like kind of like futuristic, kind of that kind of thing, or do you like? So there's like Castlevania. I think it's called Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Which is a banger, absolute banger. But yeah, Metroid. I played Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. A lot.
I might be able to get Metroid on the Switch.
Oh, you might be able. Yeah, you can. So if you got Switch Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play it. You can play the SNES one and the NES one as well.
Yeah, so I might. Oh wow, this is old school.
Yeah, so there's Metroid Prime coming out, but if on the online thing, you'll be able to stream it.
Yeah.
So Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing?
Mario Kart, as I said, I'm
You are.
Yeah, I am like proper into Mario.
You are. I'm gonna go Crash Team Racing, man.
You don't know what you're talking
I
about.
was a PlayStation. When I was younger, I had a PlayStation. I got a Nintendo 64 eventually, but like I was on the Crash just because I love Crash.
There is one game that I would pick over these two, and you know how much I like Mario. I'd still pick it over. It was the Micro Machines.
Micro Machines.
On
wow.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
That was a wicked game.
Is that like top down?
Yes,
like,
top down. Yeah. And you go around
like
it was wicked.
Micro Machines games do very well.
Swines of War or Pigs of War.
Oh, Hogs of War.
Hogs of War.
Hogs of War.
That was
it was like
wicked game.
It was like Worms but pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 3D.
I
of the
that.
voices for every hog was done by Rick Mail.
Yeah.
Rick fucking Mail. That is his legacy.
Yeah.
Is he will never leave them discs.
They should do a new Hogs of War.
They should.
Just because I want to play it again.
And just use the same.
Exactly the same format.
Yeah, and just use Rick Mail's voices
again.
from the PS1 version.
I might just buy a PS2. Is it PS1 or
PS1? Yeah. But you can play PS1 games in PS2.
I'm gonna buy a PS1 and that game just to play that game.
I'll give you a PS1. Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon?
Crash.
I like Crash as well. Spyro, don't get me wrong, you are a very good purple dragon.
Very lovely.
Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation, just like all of them was so good.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Like my favourite was the Crash Bandicoot 3, I think.
Yeah.
Just because there was a little bit more to it than that. Final Fantasy or Zelda?
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. What Final Fantasy game did you play?
7.
7, of course.
Which was like the first mainstream one. Really.
It was like the first one that they kind of like released for the West.
Yes.
And they were like, right, they like this.
Yeah.
And they took it away from Nintendo and gave it to Sony. And Sony
up.
were like, yeah. I'm going to pick Zelda. As much as I love Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Fucking love that game. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy. Zelda, for me, Ocarina of Time.
It's a good game.
And Breath of the Wild. Amazing Breath of the Wild. Like, I spent so much time on that when I really shouldn't have been. FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer?
I don't like either of them. If I had to choose, I'd go for like the equivalent basketball game, NBK. It's a really good game.
NBA 2K.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's a wicked game.
Yeah, I've never played a basketball game apart from NBA Street.
You should come over. That was a wicked game
as
well.
Yeah, man.
Where you have like the boosts and the.
Yeah, and NBA Jam as well.
Yeah, that was wicked.
Fucking
wicked game.
Awesome. I like FIFA just because that's why I played. Tomb Raider or Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Solid. Tomb Raider was good, but that was a wicked game.
Yeah, the first one. The first one. I preferred Tomb Raider. Now I would probably prefer to play Metal Gear Solid because Tomb Raider, it looks so fucking bad on like a modern TV as well. It's so fucking bad. But I never got into Metal Gear Solid. Like as much.
I never got into it as well, but I just think it was a wicked game.
Yeah. I tried playing. So they had like number 5, and I started playing that. I didn't like it.
Out of both of those, if there was another option, would be 007 on the N64 Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that game was wicked.
Like,
where the
we
blood
could do a
just
whole
goes down.
fucking segment on that fucking game.
Yeah, that was a great game. I mean, like looking back, it looks terrible.
But it was really innovative because of the N64's joystick. Yeah, it was so good, and it looked pretty good, and for its time anyway.
It was a 1990s game.
1990s, I want to say 7 or maybe 6, because it came out 2 years after the film, and still fucking smashed it.
I can't believe they won't do a new version of that.
There's so much licensing to jump through.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be worth it. So they were going to release a sequel, but they didn't. I think that there was issues with licensing or something. So they ended up doing Perfect Dark instead, which had the same kind of gameplay and used the same engine. But again, go back and play it now. It's all right, but fuck me, man. Like, how accustomed to shit we have become.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Theme City, and I've just written theme. That was meant to say Theme Hospital.
Oh, I don't like Theme Hospital. I like Theme Park World, but SimCity all the way.
SimCity. I like SimCity. I like sim games in general.
Yeah, Sim's quite good.
You can just
I do find
play and turn off your brain.
Yeah, it's really good, but like, I think like it requires. It's a bit like Minecraft. You need dedication.
Yeah, you do.
It's like you can't just pick up. You need to be like doing that daily, picking up the bonuses, doing like.
Well, you do now with all of
I also
the
don't
added
like pay for play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, SimCity never used to be like that. And Theme Hospital, I used to play Theme Hospital on it was like my mum's boyfriend at the time. I played it on his laptop.
You say that, but I think like SimCity and the theme park stuff, and that was one of the first pay-to-play games. Like when they came out, you could pay and upgrade stuff quicker.
Could you? What, like with like DLC and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know. Didn't know that.
I might not be a fact, but I'm pretty sure I remember, like, especially on mobile phones.
Well, on mobile phones, like, fucking
that was the first
every game is just riddled with that shit, isn't it? Like, fucking Candy Crush and stuff. Well, that's the end of Kris's picks. Tasty. That's the end of Kris's picks. I've been Kris.
I've been Tam.
And like, share, subscribe. Bye. Peace. Dun, dun, dun.